So we have one more speaker for just a brief period here before we get to the science. I promise there'll be more than enough science for you today. But I'd also like to introduce Rebecca Alexander from the US. You may know Rebecca. She has written a book called Not Fade Away about her experiences with Usher syndrome, and it's actually available out in the lobby. And so, Rebecca?
Okay, good morning everyone, and thank you so much for having me. So it's so wonderful to hear parents share their experiences and talk about all of the work that they have done for Usher syndrome, particularly as a woman living with Usher syndrome. I'm 39 now. I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa at 12, and at 19 I was diagnosed with Usher syndrome. At 19, when I was diagnosed with Usher syndrome, they said, yes, Rebecca, you have Usher syndrome, but we've never seen it as it presents itself in you. And fortunately, because of the research that is being done and all of us in the community, we were able to connect with researchers in Finland, in Helsinki, Finland. And it was with my family's blood work and with these researchers and a population in Finland that the identification of Usher syndrome 3A became possible. So we now know of 88 people in the registry who have the type of Usher syndrome that I have. This is part of what Mark so eloquently spoke about in terms of the importance of having people registered. If you know people, particularly in the community, who have not been genotyped just yet, that is probably the biggest thing we can do in terms of research. More importantly, living with Usher syndrome requires you to be vulnerable. Being alive requires you to be vulnerable. So I encourage all of you living with Usher syndrome. One of the most difficult things that I found for me in my own experience of progressively losing both my vision and my hearing was asking others for help. And what I've learned is that the more I've been able to ask people for help, the less isolated I have felt, the more included I have become in my community, and the more of a sense of community I've created, not just with people within the Usher syndrome community, but with the sighted and hearing as well. And lastly, I'll say that when you ask someone to help, when you tell them that you need help, when you own what you have, that is vision and hearing loss, you're able to create a sense of empowerment within yourself, and you empower others to want to help you. There's nothing we want more in this world than to know that we matter. And when you ask others for help, you let them know that they matter. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I would love to meet as many of you as I can while I'm here in Germany.